But moving on to the big brokerage call of the day, Citi has maintained their buy rating on InterGlobe Aviation, that is Indigo. The target price is set at 5,200 rupees from 5,100. Puneet joins us with more details from the report.
Well, thanks for that. So, they've opened a 90-day positive catalyst outlook on something like an InterGlobe Aviation, and there could be a Markham angle to all of this. Before I get to that, they mentioned that three key points in this particular report. The first one, they're seeing a pickup in overall traffic demand, and that will augur well for something like an Indigo, which has the highest market share in the country. The second key point that they're making is that they're expecting significant improvement in passenger load factor in Q4 of FY25, which is generally a seasonally weak quarter. So it could have a positive impact on this. And the third part is that, part of the increase in overall demand essentially could also be attributed to the Mahakumbh. We've seen roughly a lot of big figures coming in of the number of tourists that have gone in. So these are the three key factors that, Citi has indicated in terms of positive outlook for something like an Indigo. They see that, the higher demand could actually manifest in better yields going into Q4 of FY25.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. But Amit, coming on to you, Citi thinks that this one is good one on the back of a lot of factors. But what are the charts indicating? Like, good time to enter into this one?
Definitely, you can create new long position at this point of time. Still, the breakout is not taken out at this point of time because the downward trend and breakout, which we are seeing on the chart, is at 4650 level. Still, but if you look at the momentum front, momentum is positive, and we expect the buying carry forward can be witnessed in this counter. Once the counter goes above 4650 level on the closing basis, then we will see fresh buying will be witnessed in this counter to above 5000 levels. So currently at this point of time, new long position can be created for 4650 first target with the support of 4480.
So Amit, do we wait for that buying opportunity to come in, or one should enter it right away?
We can create at this point of time, but with the strict stop loss of 4880. Once it goes above 4650 level, at that point of time, new long position can also be added on.
Okay, well, that's the view for InterGlobe Aviation. But another brokerage, another stock which is passing on the back of brokerage is something like SBI. Now, InCred has downgraded the stock to SBI to hold, and this is on the and they have also cut the target price to 795. So, what they're essentially saying in the note is that they're bracing for lower return ratios now and expect the return on asset to moderate and ROE to decline to 14%. Over the FY26 to 27 period is what we are looking at. Non-core income contributes materially to ROA, so it is difficult to forecast on what is the expectation here that we can look. On talking about the core earnings growth, that is also expected to be impacted by the recent repo rate cuts that we have seen, and the risk to reward ratio is better at large private banks. So Sharmila, I want to understand your outlook on SBI. Do you have a bearish or a bullish outlook on this, and what do you make of the overall banking sector, some of these the public banks that we are looking at?
Well, I like this stock, and while I'm not sort of arguing with any of the negatives that have been pointed out, I think that my view is longer term. I'm looking at a 18-month, 2-year kind of a period, and then I think if you look at where the where the bank is at, given the fact that within the PSU space, overall, it is the largest bank that you have, and if you're expecting any kind of recovery in banking, I think that you will see it in SBI first, and the valuation the stock is available at. To my mind, the results it has given, I think that it and also I think when you do start seeing buying, you are going to see buying in the large caps first, and I think SBI would qualify as that. So overall, I think that if you're looking at the banking space with a 2-year horizon, as I said, the three stocks that I would be looking at would be SBI, HDFC, and ICICI Bank, and for different reasons. So I think a good strategy could be to make a basket of these stocks and buy them. But the view is definitely long term.
Okay, so the view clearly long term. Amit, want to understand your outlook on SBI Bank and whether your preferences towards the private place or the public place.
If you look at the overall setup for SBI as per technical setup, currently counter, we have seen that today's session is at open a gap down note, but still there are no signals for this counter to show some reversal kind of trades. Currently, if you look at the support level also, it has shifted downside almost 20-25 points. Support range has been shifted downside towards 690 to 680 zone on the downside. So currently more pressure can be witnessed in coming days of a trading session. Once the counter gets stable over 725 level, then only we might witness some break on the selling. After that, we will see some buying opportunity. But till the time it's not going above 725 level, till that point of time, we should avoid any new long position in SBI.